So in this building, like if you're coming from the outside here, right? And you're there, like you really have no choice but to win the fight because I'm going to be flying in, right? And so I'm going to outpace you if you ground walk. So in the close sword battle, usually whoever's moving faster is going to win, usually.
Right.
But it's all about that timing, right? Like you said with the up, you do a figure eight. Figure eight, hard and fast, right? Figure eight. So it's got to be a pretty quick, clean cut too, like a kind of like a real life sword, because you need that full hit damage, right? So you need good force. So usually when I watch Yo Poppy do this shit, like he's always timing and he's trying to bait the enemy into a weak hit. So he comes in with his clean hit.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and so it's really just he does a lot of this juking and then gives in with a double hit. Now in pubs, right? Most pubs people don't know how to sword well. So usually if you're the one sitting there and I'm the one flying and I know to swing sooner because your character model moves really fast when you're flying, right? Then I'm usually going to win the fight. Usually in pubs. But if you're playing against someone like Yo Poppy who knows how to time your fly-in, you're fucked. But like there's not many people in the world that can do that. So usually if you're in the close range and you're the one pushing, you want to fly in and do your double hit. But you have to do the double hit sooner. That was a single again. You got
it too close, yeah.
Yeah, so you got to do it and try and double hit even though I'm going to die in one hit. So trick number one, if you're trying to move into a building and attack, you go fast. You don't ground walk in. Like, you don't ground walk in. That you're going to get killed if that person's waiting with the sword, right? You fly in, double swipe, right, is the best move. So that's how, number one way to assault a building. Now, the second way is if you're in that corner over there, right? There's probably three ways, I'd say. The second way is you can bait them out, get them scared, right? Don't actually, like, you can't hit them, but you bait them out, you get them scared. They hear the reload, and maybe they come in for it, right? So you're kind of just baiting, so you have to get your quick switch ready, right? But, so that's the way number two. Like, bait them with the shots, or just keep pressure on them, because they're going to fuck up. Like, everyone fucks up when you keep pressure on them, right? So, like, if you know they're in that corner with the sword and you want to be safer, stay back, because if they charge you, then that's not good with the sword. But just keep pressure on them till they mess up, kind of like that, right? So that's way number two. Poppy went over this one in the video a little bit. So, like, if you're in there, like, I'm trying to bait you out. So, like, I'll I'll ground walk to pretend I'm close, but I'm like backing up, right? Like just before, like, you know, you get it? Like I'm quickly, yeah, you got it. And I'm shooting you with a gun probably. So the third way is the bait. So you try and get sound in, make them feel confident, but get ready to do that fly. You have, you can't be ground walking because you could fly at me and kill me, right? So you have to get ready to fly at all times. So the third way is the bait.
Oh, that was a good double one.
So now, this one is the best way to do this, and here, we can't do it here, but the best way to defend against a sword, period, you can do it against this wall right here, is you literally, to defend against a sword, like you don't have a sword, is you climb with your left, and you spam build under you with your right hand. So like this. Because it's hard for them to keep up with you, right? And like then switch to the sword. So 98% of the time, you're gonna lose someone by vertically climbing with your left hand and spamming build. And all you need to do is clear a little bit of distance, right? And so build. There you go. Nice and fast, yeah. There you go. Nice, good. See that? And you swap out to a gun and you just murdered me, right? Because I had a sword and I was like, where the fuck did he go? Now, the trick is you probably shouldn't go up that high anyways because realistically, you're probably going to be inside a building. So try not to go any higher than this. Yeah, try not to go any higher than that. So you're just going to do like 1 or 2 builds and then fly off, swap to your gun and shoot.
1 or 2 levels? Okay.
Here we go. Good, good. Sooner, but that's good. Kill. There you go, right? And I would have had to come at you with the sword. Excellent, good. Let's try it again a little faster. We gotta get that reaction speed up a little faster. Sooner, and we'll be good on this one. Okay, same thing. Sooner. There you go. Good, good twist and turn. There you go, that was good. One more time, because still too slow. I would have killed you.
Still too slow?
Yeah, because I would have killed you already. I will actually swipe this time, so you will see. Sometimes you just don't learn unless you make an error, just like in real life. Okay. Okay, here we go. I will swipe, so get ready. You even see me coming, so it makes it a little easier. See that? Better, good, good, awesome. And you gotta do it. You gotta spin around fast for that kill because I could swap out to a gun too,
Yeah.
obviously. But yeah, it was good.
Yeah, part of that is that I'm recently tethered and I'm not used to it. So
Oh
I'm
yeah,
really
I hate being
cautious about
tethered. I hate being tethered too.
it. Yeah.
Okay. Alright. Alright, you ready? I'm not even gonna count down. I'm just gonna come flying at you with the sword, just like a real person. Here we go.
All right.
There you go. That was good. And I was actually trying to swipe you there. That was awesome. And you're going to say, oh shit. And you're going to go like this. Build behind you.
Right.
And fly as much as you can. Because I'm probably just going to use it. You got to like spam build so good that I can't just ride your build too. Right? Because I'll just kill you. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so let's clear this out. Let's try that. That's actually a harder one. But this is the most realistic one, right? Because this is like... Okay, so like I know I have a sword. I'm gonna be coming at you. 3, 2, 1. Spam build. You see a sword? There you go. Double up on that build. Yeah, there you go. Oh, sweet, sweet. Yes, excellent. You got it. Beautiful work. That was awesome. So you got 2 defensive moves. Those are the ones you build horizontally, ground walk a little, but just enough to slow them down. Then fly away. Get to a peak and peek them, and they're dead. Right. And then, you have an MP5. They're dead. And then the first way was the vertical, you spam build under you to slow them down. You just gain some distance and gun them down.
And I've seen people like Peter Pan Flex, where he'll just like build like 6 stories up. He'll just keep going up, 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 up. And that always seems like a bad idea to me because then you're just kind of exposed, but it works for him. So
in the old meta, that was the skill to do. So like 3 metas ago, because like even everyone Fortnited because build was stronger, but now there's build's weak. MP5s just melt build, so you can't do that anymore. So yes, no, that's not a good strategy anymore. One person can fuck you up doing that now. So if you've got 3 enemies with MP5s or UMPs or P90s, you're just screwed. So that is not, I wouldn't recommend that anymore. In a 1v1, sure, though, maybe. It's kind of obvious, but if someone has, like, is in a corner with a sword, and you have to get close, and you're, like, outside, and you know he's in there, don't charge, don't even bother. It's not worth it. Just assume they're as good as Yo Poppy, and then you're always going to live, if that makes sense. So, like, get grenades, right? Flush them out. Don't go in there ground walking. I think one of the biggest things, and you probably know this, and, it's good to see and feel. If you have an RFB, and I have build, I will never die in a 1v1 if we don't move. Like, if you stand there, and I stand here, if you just shoot me with the RFB, go for it. You can't kill me, right? You're never going to break this build. Just keep going, keep going. Like, you're never going to... As long as I'm spamming the build, right? Now, if you didn't realize, I had 2 builds, right? I had like 1, 2 layers. There was no chance you were breaking that, right? So that's something that you should feel always really confident about. So, like, do you often die with build? Leftover?
With build in hand, yes, I break the cardinal rule and I have builds in hand.
You know the rule, yeah, you know the rule.
I do,
So the
yeah.
rule is do not die before you
builds,
break
get
build.
something wrong.
Yes, okay, so keep shooting me with that RB, and I'm just gonna... Now, it's harder close range because the bullet travel speed is shorter, but, like, go for it. Like, I'm just standing here even. I'm not even moving, right?
I have to move around to get to
Yeah, there's just no way, right? And so that's why the RFB is not that good, first off. But all assault rifles except the M60 will be the same way. So you kind of have to start spamming it, like, before that first bullet comes up. Go, spam it, spam it, spam it. Keep spamming, keep spamming. There you go. There you go. Keep spamming. Good. There you go. Once I hit that reload, I'm kind of screwed. There you go. Good practice there. Awesome. Okay. Okay, so what we're going to do, I'm going to teach you like the most advanced tactic, and this is the best one to do. You're going to do the same thing. You're going to throw up just a couple builds to block the shots. You're going to see that wall behind you. You're going to just drop back, peek that, shoot me back once I break through your build, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So you're like countering, and then, you're like defending, then countering, if that makes sense.
Right.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, RFB, go. Peek it. There you go. Yep, there you go. Excellent, excellent. See, I didn't even know where you were. I honestly thought you were peeking on the right side. So that
really?
was beautiful. Same kind of rule. Awesome, right? So if I want you to, I know that you can do it, but like if you know that like one of the best, I'm not one of the best DT players, but like a top DT player can't hurt you as long as you're spamming build, like it's going to make you feel so much more confident with your build, if that makes sense.
Right.
So in
And
that
something
close
like
range.
that, I would want to find a moment where I can come in and get him that way.
Oh, to counterattack it?
Or you just, yeah.
Hard peek, hard cover
Or
is
are you
better.
looking for hard cover.
Yeah, because soft cover, you like, I think one of the worst things that a lot of people don't know is if you're grabbing to this wall too close, you can see my legs, right?
Yep. you can-
Shoot at my leg. Yeah, you can shoot, and a lot of people hold too tight, right? And so when I hold
sometimes even through a
build,
hard cover wall, you can get somebody.
you're so right. When I hold build, I'm actually holding my arm far away from the build, so I'm not like you can't see my leg, right?
Right.
But like people usually do this, and then you can probably shoot me. So that I usually don't peek soft cover unless it's a 1v1 and I know I have the upper hand, if that makes sense. Like I did in that last comp at the end because I just knew I was good, but I usually don't do it. Like always hard cover like this and then peek. Very important one. Let's see. Where's a good way to do this? I mean, this is the one you're going to use all day, every day. Okay, excellent. So there's this crevice right here, that opening. I want you to build while coming from, how about here, where I'm at now. I want you to build all the way over there, a crosscut, and I'll be standing over there shooting at you. But the first thing I want you to do is I want you to ground walk and just spam build and come across this side. Yeah. And then I'm going to be shooting at you from up there, if that makes sense. But I think this is a skill that people need to really practice, and it's a good one. Okay, but first, ground walk. I want you just to ground walk, and we'll do it again without ground walking. Okay, start from that side. Whenever you're ready, go for it. What happened there? When you do it, you have to do a double layer, right? That's tip number one. Double layer. You got to do a double layer. Like,
Right.
yeah, because there was an opening right here, and if there were two people shooting you, you would have been dead, right? So always double layer the ground walk. So let's try that one more time. Go for it. Double layer. Excellent. I had no chance there with the RP. See that?
Yeah.
This next one is in videos, but I know not everyone watches all the videos. So like what you're going to want to do now is fly across the same thing. And maybe it'll be easier if you do it from this side to start. And so you're just going to start here and you're going to build across while flying, okay? Tougher than it looks, right?
Yep.
Okay,
I'm
so
actually crossing over with my right hand.
yeah, that's good. That's good. Oh, you lost. Oh, I see. You didn't fly, right? Yeah. So what
I don't think I lost it. I don't think I lost tracking. I think it's just putting my hand like across there is physically a little bit more awkward.
Yeah. So what I do is I actually have my
On the other
elbow
side
out.
where it's just like-
It's just my forearm. My right forearm points while my elbow is out, if that makes sense. I don't know if you can see the stream right here. But like my arm is out, but just my forearm comes in while pointing, if that makes sense. So now the one thing I didn't tell you that is the secret trick to doing this is you want to put one build out horizontally. I can't do it before you do it because the secret trick is if you fly. I know. I wanted to see it. Yeah. So the secret trick is because you will outfly the speed you can build if you do not put one build up sooner, right? So you put one build up and then spam off of that build and go. Okay, so that's tip number one. Yeah. Here, I'll just fire like I was in game. Yeah, it's tough sometimes. Yeah, it's Yep. But if you can't do it here, you can't do it in game. Yeah. Go for it.
Totally.
Good. That was a good single wall. I was actually trying to shoot you. Go for it.
Okay.
We can keep that. That was close enough. Did work. How much build did you use? 15?
13.
13. That's a lot of build. that's a lot of build for a tiny little gap, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, but that's
But
I think
it didn't cover me the whole way.
right, and I think that's important to know because if you're trying to cross a big gap like you see in everyone do, right, you're gonna need a shit ton of build. So it's a good lesson though. Okay, one more time. This is so important. This one. Okay. Already better. Your ground walk building's already better too. Awesome, right? And shoot me head peeking over here at this thing real quick. You got 40 seconds. Shoot my head. I even pretend like I'm fine. Shoot me. Oh, okay. Now we know we need to work on, huh? Again. Oh man, we in trouble, right? And I don't even peek this high normally. Keep going. Keep going.
This, but not enough.
Keep going. Keep going until we run out of time. You got to get your aim. Got to get your aim on that. Okay, that's good to know though. Now we'll try the MP5 on the next one. Okay, a little better. Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Better. All right, now let me move up to this one, and let me show you how I really peak on this one. Now shoot me. Good. Better. Harder though, right? This is literally how low I'll peak in a real fight. You're better off shooting my hand is the secret tip here. There you go. See that? Okay.
Yep.
So your other thing you wanted to work on was your fighting against veteran players, right?
Right.
So it all comes down to the close range. The best, like, how do I say? Like, what measures a player is not how good their long. Oh no, it is the long range shoot, but like, the best players are always the best because they're the best in the close range. And so the close range fight is all about the head peek and shooting the head peek. Because what we normally do is we move hard cover to hard cover, try to get a little bit of damage off of each other, like while peeking or blind firing. And then we move in for the kill by using builds and getting close to finish it, right? So what we need to do is work on your peek aim with both weapons, but definitely the RFB, that's for sure. So what we'll do is we'll do the same thing with the RFB. I'll be on this side. And then peek that, shoot my hand. Just keep, and you can blind fire too. I would recommend blind firing because I can shoot that head, right? See, I was totally blind firing there. I wasn't even looking. Yeah. So I look and then I blind fire. Right? Sneaky, right?
It's really funny watching your head pop up.
Yeah, I actually do that though. Just to get a visual, and I'm blind firing the rest.
Yeah.
And then when a good player gets like 40 damage, then they're going to start moving in for the
90
actual
seconds of
kill, right?
commercial breaks,
Right.
Missing the important tips.
Good. So in the close range, you've probably seen me say this, but I used to, when I was teaching coaching Radfox earlier, it's like when you're doing the close range fight, you are literally just peeking, especially in this meta where there's no DTs anymore. You're just SMG peeking and winning the SMG peek fight. Or you're catching them flying, okay? So you can bait them to fly. And that's really what Tech9 Jr. does all the time, and he does so well. He doesn't really play aggressive, Tech9 Jr. He plays like very sneaky. So like he'll peek this, and he'll crouch walk somewhere else, and then he'll like peek from here. You get it? Like, or he'll
Gotcha.
just
About
take
here
his
now.
time. And then you're going to fly at him. You go, where the hell did he go? And then you're going to fly at him. Or he's going to crouch walk all the way around you, and he's going to shoot you in the back. So it's all about the listening, and it's all about the peak battle and catching them flying. Because if you fly, you die. That's the rule. Fly, you die.
Yeah.
Especially in the close range when you die in 0.4 seconds, right? 0.5 seconds. So like I think you need to work on your peak aim first before like we actually 1v1, because then you're never going to shoot me. But like, because I don't usually like peek, like I'm usually blind firing. So it's not even working on your peek aim, it's working on your blind firing. And you move hard cover to hard cover, stay low. Calling the 5 always says stay low, because you die if you get caught in the sky,
Right.
and you're moving hard cover. You know how to now like build to your next hard cover, right? Which is awesome. So you learn that skill. So it's the close range is literally peek and SMG. That is the close range battle these days, and it's kind of lame to be honest, but it's how you do. But that is how to beat a good player, like to fight a good player. So at least in the close range, okay. What's your long range gun?
I've been working on the op,
Mm-hmm.
and RFB and FAL.
Okay, op is obviously the OP.
Country
You probably saw what happened tonight when Dragon was using one, but
Actually, no, I didn't catch it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he
I've
just
seen
destroyed
the video,
everyone.
yeah.
So what you're gonna want to do is to beat. Your question was to beat like a Lester Sai, right? Like pub stomper. Like how do you beat him?
Have a chance.
Have a chance, yeah. Well, now you know how to fight the close range, okay? Like most people, like even Lester will play lazy in pubs, and so you'll catch him ground walking if you're peeking the close range and you're patient enough. Just be patient.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you get grenaded, that sucks, but just play patient in the close range. Now, the long range is it's kind of tricky because if you don't have an op, they have an op, but you're kind of just screwed. But like I guess my biggest tip to you into fighting like the Lester size is don't fight. How do I say this? Like don't fight ABC. Don't fight like in an ABC fashion, as in like a linear fashion. Like for example, what you and I did right here is very linear, right? We're just trying to fight each other straight head on, outdo it. But to be honest with you, the reason why I can never, if I'm really trying. And I'll never lose a pub game because I'm never playing the game they want me to play, if that makes sense.
Right.
So like Lester's gonna pin drop me. I'm not gonna come outside, right? For example, but like if you are peeking this and I know I'm low health, well, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna crouch walk away, be patient till you're flying. I'm gonna catch you and peek it. Wait when you fly, I'm gonna listen and catch. So I'm never taking a duel, if that makes sense, unless I know I'm gonna win 100%.
Right.
So I guess rule number one is don't take the duel unless you have that advantage. Like you're higher on health. Otherwise, just be patient. Everyone walks into peaks in pubs. Yeah, and so that's my tips for you. Just be patient. Don't play the linear game that they want you to play. Yeah, yeah. Otherwise, we covered most. Now the formation thing, I think we just have to play pubs for.
We have a third right here. If
That's true. That's true.
Going for the triangle.
Yeah, so I think we
Start,
covered all three things. Okay. Yeah. So we could do that. You wanna play with this? Where is he? You wanna play with this, Speed Turtle?
What up?
You wanna practice some triangle formation? I think what we're gonna try and do is triangle formation practice in pubs.
Can you give a definition first?
Yeah. Okay. So like this is a triangle that us three have right here, right? The enemies are that way. So you guys are the front man people, and you're gonna, push the enemy, and I'm gonna see you're backing up either one of you, right? And if you're going out too far, I'm gonna call you in a little bit, and same thing for you. And then when you hold your enemy, like you're like, oh, you got them pinned, and you're in that peak battle, like there, you just have to tell Speed Turtle flank that shit, right? And Speed Turtle's gonna flank around and get the kill. So it's gonna be pretty cool if we can get that nice
stay
and clean.
back while we just push.
I don't want to say stay back. I'm gonna be supporting right behind you.
With an op.
With anything. Yeah, anything. Pod. Let's pod, loot up, and work the triangle. That's kind of the point here. We don't need to
We're just trying
be
to
mean to these people. Yeah, we're going to move as a triangle. I'll even tell you where to move once we load up and how to move. And how to look out, too. That's actually yeah, I don't think a lot of people do that. Everyone at our level kind of does it intuitively, but not everyone, actually. Yeah, we're gonna do this. We're gonna probably go all the way out, just get a nice loadout, and we'll work from there. Maybe we'll fight these guys. That's the only team, so we know it's a safe push. And usually I have this like timer going off in my brain, going, okay, we're safe to fight this team without getting third-partied, if that makes sense. And then once that timer goes off, I go, boys, we gotta get out of here. We hung around too long, or we gotta finish this. We're taking too long. But that's kind of my job. This way. So we're gonna have to claim this because that's not zone. We're just gonna rotate in zone and be stupid. So they're gonna have the high ground, so you have to watch out. But the goal is you two are not going to stay too far from me. So you should probably stay no more than like 100 meters from me. As long as you're not that far from me, because I'm your like backup, if that makes sense.
Yep.
So we're going to slowly kind of cover all this zone line while not staying too far and holding a triangle. Like we do have a triangle here, which is pretty nice. Make sure you got enough build, you know, loot up your stuff.
I'll go.
So like I'm the back person, so I'm gonna climb up here, so I'm gonna have mad like coverage, right? That's kind of my role. And the one's over here. So now one person can move up here, claim this hard cover, this peak, and the other one can claim about right here-ish. They are rotating this way, at least one of them is.
Oh, they are. Okay.
So one person here, and then one person
I'll go up
here.
here.
Yep. And you can slowly speed turtle, keep pushing up that way, while we kind of hold this kind of triangle here. There's one here, two here, right? And now we know that they're trying to rotate this way, so Nader, you can rotate more this way while you're fighting. Oh shit! I don't want to just kill him. That
Room
he's
is cracked.
Yep. So don't just take the duel too. Rotate while you're fighting. Nader, work your way while you're fighting this way. Don't get caught up there. They're going to out-rotate you that way. Come out down the hill this way. You want to beat them to that zone, right?
Okay.
Yeah. I'll keep a little pressure on them without killing them. Hopefully. Oh, shit. Whoops. So as you... I know it's easy just to take your fight and win it, but you also want to rotate because they're going to go down that way, right? And they're going to beat us to zone.
Yeah, they're flying around.
Yeah, so you two have to keep the pressure on while you're rotating down here to catch them at the zone line, right? Yeah, there you go. So keep moving while you're fighting, yeah. Take your flying when you know it's safe, of course. But if they're dangerous, then, you know, flying is always dangerous. The one's right here. So now I'm going to hold this, which means you guys hold the low ground. Stay not too far from each other.
Okay, they rezzed right here.
Yeah, that's
Should I
good.
push up like right this way?
Yeah, that's great. So you got a nice flank, Nader. You can work this low ground and keep following that guy sideways. And I'll hold up here. Kind of hurting them. Like, go for the kill. That's all you. Yep, beautiful. And Nader's got his. Last guy's over here, and now it's not really much of a triangle formation because we just murdered that guy. He's on that barn where he was. Yeah.
I think I kind of messed up the triangle, my bad.
No, that was beautiful. You take your kills when you can take them. Yeah, you always break formation for those kills when you can, right? Like he's right here. Like I'm working my triangle. Look, notice we're still in a triangle, right? Now you're the one that's in the back, right, Speed? Yeah.
Yes.
Look, I'm just. He's getting shot from all angles, right? He doesn't know what to do, right? Oh, you're at an angle completely, right? Okay. Like, so we have a triangle around him now, right? He doesn't know what to do. Ah, shit. I was trying not to kill him. So, like, did you see how we have a triangle here? You can't see it, right? But, like, we always...
I can see it. So we're just surrounded him, so we can't...
Yeah, you saw that, right? Did you see how, like, all three of us are positioning? It was just a squeeze. Like, that's what the triangle is. Like, it's awesome. Like, and as long as no one dies, not none of you, but as long as no one dies and the triangle holds, if you just keep the pressure on, the enemy's going to crack eventually, you know? Like, especially if they're not, like, you know, amazing players because they're not used to that kind of pressure from all angles, right? Like, but the reason why we die, and that's the thing that we're going to work on this time, is our visuals were not good on our edges of the triangle. So when you have an edge of the triangle, you're responsible for making sure that there's no enemy nearby on your side of the triangle, if that makes sense.
Gotcha.
It's like always keep your eyes far out ahead of you. When I was like trying, we can drop, but when I was like trying harder in pubs back in the day, like 2 years ago, I used to get so annoyed when like my teammates go like, oh, they're right next to us. I go, well, you didn't see them until they got right in your face? Like, really? You know, like, so in competition, usually everyone's really good at scouting. So like I usually never hear, oh shit, they're right next to us, a whole squad. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, it happens when people are camping and the zone's small.
Sneaky.
Yeah, but usually like you always want to spot your enemies a mile away. So keep your eyes up even when you're looting. It's like I know that I'm the furthest over here, so I'm the most responsible. Like I see an enemy right there. Like I caught him right there. Like I'm responsible for that. And so we were even in comp today, and I was telling Dragon, I was like, hey, Dragon, like, you better be watching your flank, because I ain't watching that shit, and you're right, you're the farthest over there, right? So, it's kind of cool. One person can stay on that building. I can stay on this building. We have a triangle now, right? And then the other person can even move over here if we want to push. Pushing is a good skill to have. Let me loot a little bit before this
Is there
starts
somebody
getting
right here?
serious.
Yes, there is.
Right there. Okay, so we're going to flank around them while holding the triangle. And hopefully I don't get third-partied here. So there's one right... Oh, they're getting third-partied. Okay, well now they're the ones in trouble, right? So keep a triangle now.
South.
Make sure one person is covering my back. And so we have a triangle here.
I got you.
And you'll see how I wrap around them. Like, there's 2 squads, one and one there, right? So look at me, and good, excellent. One person's right here. This person needs to move up a little closer to me. Like, if someone jumps on me, you should, like, be able to shoot them. And we have this nice wide triangle on them here, right? Where you can shoot here, shoot that, right there. Almost dead, right there. Now we have a triangle, a wrap on them. Now we have a nice triangle on them right here, right? There's one right here, and one right here.
Okay, should I push up to this building?
If you got a good close range weapon, but not really because there's 2 in there. So you want to actually
Okay.
not do so. Why is the misses calling? Almost done, misses. Nice. You see the angles that guy got shot from? He didn't know what to do there for a second. You can take the kill if you want to. Oh, look at that. Oh my god, see that? He walked right into the triangle. Did you see that beautiful triangle?
Yeah.
Nice. Oh my god, that was beautiful. You can take that kill if you can. Yep. Keep the peek. There are 2 over there, so I'd be careful. But we're going to keep our nice little triangle. I'm backing you up. Move on your hard cover. Stick to your hard cover. Be patient. Know that you'll have another teammate doing the
2
same
inside
thing.
This top floor.
Okay, I'll hold down on this side so we have an...
I'll push in front.
Beautiful. See, we're always holding triangle. There's 3 of us. I think he's over here. Yep. Wow, that guy's using a DT. This side. Mm-hmm. Beautiful. Now see that? I don't know if you saw what happened. So he charged me. I just had to stall. I almost died. But I just had to stall. And guess what happened? The triangle wrapped. You guys wrapped right on him, right? Beautiful.
Perfect.
It's fucking beautiful.